I'm back, everyone. What I want to talk about today is the process after it's ended and everything is over and you're trying to move forward. My advice to you would be to find hobbies, find something to do to occupy your time. I call it this technique right here. What you have to do is cut, block, delete, and remove. You got to cut off all communication. You have to block them on your social media sites, your cell phone. Try to delete all those old text messages, because all you're gonna do is sit there and go through the stuff and send messages and try to contact them, and it's not healthy. Believe me, I know that it's not healthy. That's not the thing to do. The thing to do is to find things you can do to occupy your time, because a lot of time you sit there and you think about all kind of stuff you can say to them, stuff you can do to them, but in the end, it's only gonna hurt you. So moving forward, just find some hobbies that you like to do. I started doing all kind of stuff. I started making those oil things. What are they called? Where you put like the sea salt and put oil and stuff in it and make the little scrubs. That's what you call them, scrubs. I started doing those. I started making earrings. I tried making some t-shirts, putting some designs on them, but that didn't work. But yeah, just find different things that you can do to occupy your time, because if not, you will be so consumed with this person till you trying to just get back, trying to just get revenge, or just trying to talk to them and just trying to seek closure. Like, you're not going to get any of these things, because a lot of times when it ends, you're never going to get closure. You can try, but it's not good. It's best to just move on. I know it's going to be hard, but like I said, just try to find things to occupy your time, and just let your friends know that you don't want to talk about that person. You don't want to hear about it. Just like out of sight, out of mind. Because a lot of times, when stuff happens, then they'll bring that person's name up, or they'll ask you about them. And it's like, when you're trying to get over that person, you don't want to keep hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep dealing with that. Now, some situations where you just have to be there and be in the same place, you got to do what you got to do. But if you can avoid that, it's best that you avoid that until you give yourself time to heal. You have got to heal, like I said. And a lot of times it all depends on the breakup. It all depends on the situation, and it all depends on where you work or where he work. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just some stuff you're just gonna have to block out if you can't avoid it. Believe me, I know. Some stuff you just gotta block. And eventually you're going to get over it. It takes time. It's a process, but don't rush into anything. Believe me, I know. I rushed into situations, and you can tell the person your story and what you went through and what happened. And, it still doesn't matter. They're still going to pursue you. And then before you know it, you're in a relationship with somebody else that you're not ready to be in, right? And you're still numb. And then finally, after a while, something just snapping, like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And then this person thinking that it's one way, and you don't even know what you're feeling, because out of a breakup, you're just numb. Your emotions are all over the place. That's why I said you got to take time for you. I made a lot of bad, poor decisions fresh out of a relationship, trying to do something, not really trying to do nothing else. Stuff just happened. I just let it happen. And I just kept letting it happen. And in the interim, I was hurting people and I was hurting myself. And that's not who I am. That's not what I was ever trying to do. But when you don't take time to heal, you don't take time to work on you, this is what will keep happening. And this is what you don't want to do. Like I said, try to find things to occupy your time. Try to, hang out with people. Just try to go places and do things. There's nothing wrong with going out by yourself, taking yourself to dinner, to the movies. It's not depressing. It's actually is better. Do things like that. That'll help you along the process. But just give yourself time. I don't know how much time that you might need, and we all require different things, right? But you'll know when you're ready. And you don't want to move forward with anybody and not fully be there. Because a lot of times when we come out of relationships, we carry bags from the past relationships. So now you're in this relationship thinking this person is going to do the same thing that person did. And everybody is just carrying bags, and it's not good. You have to unload before you can move forward in another relationship. That's my advice to you. You have to do that, because if you don't, you will make crazy mistakes. You will make emotional decisions and then you look back down the road and you be like, what was I thinking? I know I did some crazy stuff, and now it's like I'm paying for it because I did it. I own that. But you don't have to do this. Like I said, don't rush into anything. Just take your time. I promise you, trust the process. It'll all work out. But just give yourself time to heal. You have to do that. Everybody you meet along the journey is going to teach you something. Some stuff is going to work out. Some stuff is not going to work out. Like, people come into your life for seasons. You don't know if this is a short term or long term, but you just got to trust. You got to trust it. You got to trust your gut. I'm not going to say trust your heart. I'm going to say trust your gut, because your gut it's not going to lie. When you feel something off, for me, if I feel something off, if I feel something ain't right, it's usually something ain't right. But when you try to follow your heart, it can lead you to, it's an emotional thing, right? So it can lead you in the wrong direction when you go with that. That's my opinion. I don't know. You can tell me whatever you think, but for me and the choices I made dealing with my heart, I love them. But then if they don't love you back the way that you love them, then, they don't know how to love you, period. Then you just out there by yourself. And then you feel like he broke your heart. You feel like he or she broke your heart, right? But who really did break your heart? You did, with the expectations that you created in your head for this person. We're all imperfect people trying to do our best. And a lot of us don't know how. I know I've said this before. You heard me say this before, but we just gotta wait. Just be patient. What's for you is for you, and can nobody stop that. That's what I want you to know. And I know you know that. Like, just take your time. Trust the process. You can go out on dates. You don't have to be nothing serious. Just hang out, go out on a date, when you're ready. Don't rush. And don't just tell everybody, don't tell all your information. Just, look, I'm just, I've been hurt. I'm just trying to move forward slowly. I'm trying to, just let them know. But don't divulge all the information, because a lot of times you tell somebody all this information and then they'll just fire it back on you. Then you looking like, oh my God, I told you all this stuff about me because I thought that but you never know. So just, for myself, I'm like an onion. Layer after layer, I'll peel back. I'm not about to sit up here and bust it down. I'm not going to do that, because I feel vulnerable when I do that. And I don't want to, let me get to know you, and we'll step by step. That's just how it should be. It should be a process, right? You shouldn't just put all the cards out on the table. You can tell them your expectations and what you're looking for and see what they're looking for. But, hopefully y'all be compatible. If not, like I said, you'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll know when something ain't right. You'll know when something off. A lot of times we build up stuff, we see somebody and we see so much in them. We want to see so much in them. So we overlook the flaws. We overlook the small issues that turn into real big issues. So going forward, just take your time and trust your gut. That's my advice. Take your time. Don't rush into nothing. Like, give yourself time, because when you rush, it don't last. It does not last. The minute you snap out of it, now you're gonna start hurting people's feelings. Now people gonna start hurting, because you wasn't all the way in it from the beginning, right? So just take your time. That's my advice. Believe me, I learned the hard way. What else do I have? Also, my message. I know a lot of times people want to know who you're talking about. It does not matter. Just focus on the message. That's what I want you to focus on. It's not the who. That doesn't even matter. What matters is that you get the message that I'm trying to give across, and take the steps that I'm advising you, telling you how I move forward. It's not about the who. That doesn't matter. It's not even important. It could be anybody if you really think about it. It's not important. At the end of the day, you only got one life to live, so make it your best, right? Have a good day, y'all.